What's up, guys? The Lazy Goldmaker here. I've covered all of the Mists of Pandaria professions, so today we're going to cover what combinations make sense, how you want to set up your characters to get the most out of them. So first things first, obviously you want every profession at max. So you want to have enough characters that you can level all of the Mists of Pandaria professions to max. There are in Mists a lot of recipes that don't require reputation or don't really require you to go into the Mists of Pandaria part of any reputations or anything like that. So there's definitely a lot of value to having crafting alts that you're not going to level to max. The main thing that sort of defines whether or not you want to have a profession on your main or on a character that you're planning to level up to 90 is the Spirits of Harmony. All the epic gear, spell thread, leg enchants, and there's some daily cooldowns as well that you can speed up with Spirits of Harmony. If you're planning to go heavy into any of these markets, then you want to have that on a character that you want to level to 90 ASAP. So that means tailoring, leatherworking, blacksmithing, inscription maybe to speed up the Scroll of Wisdom craft. Those are the four main ones that you may want to consider putting on a character that you're going to play a lot and get Spirits of Harmony on. For most of the other professions, you can get a lot of the value without having access to Spirits of Harmony or having access to too many high-end reputations. So for the last four, jewel crafting, inscription, alchemy, and chanting, you don't really need to have them on a main. You can sort of have them on anything. The same goes for engineering. So these are all professions that you can just put anywhere you like and sort of focus on depending on what we see at launch. There's also some differences between the builds, whether or not you're going to focus on crafting a lot of the items from a profession, or if you just want to have a couple of extra tailors or scribes for cooldowns, which we'll cover a little bit later. So I think that, as I said, for your main, most likely you want to have professions that can take advantage of Spirits of Harmony because you're going to generate them. And you also have the option of farming more of them using Potion of Luck and just killing mobs, probably in a group or with maybe finding good farms by yourself. My main is going to be this character. I'll probably have engineering for PvE, and then I'll have either tailoring or blacksmithing. I haven't decided if I'm going to swap it out yet. Then my second main, my other level 85 character right now is my Death Knight, which is engineering and jewel crafting, where I will swap out engineering most likely, but I'll keep jewel crafting, and I don't really expect to play that much. If you're just going to pick one, I think the best profession to have on your main is blacksmithing, because if you farm the Claxi rep, you can craft weapons, as well as there's epic plate gear. Weapons cover most of the specs in the game, and weapons are the most important gear slot. So if you can pay a little bit for a weapon upgrade right away at level 90, that's going to be extremely valuable for a lot of different players, which puts blacksmithing sort of on top of the list in my opinion. And then you can pair that with any of the other Spirit of Harmony utilizing professions, or just anything else if you want to dedicate all of your Spirits of Harmony to blacksmithing. For alts, if you're going to cover everything, which you can do for most of the professions, then get one of each. So that's the most important part in general in gold making, is to cover all of the professions so that you're ready to take advantage of any specific recipe that takes off. Once you've done that, then you're going to be in a really good position, because there are a lot of trainer recipes, very, very few reputation recipes in Mists of Pandaria, and a lot of relevant crafts for all of the professions. You have all of the entry-level PvP gear, you have gems, you have consumables from alchemy, you have transmutes, prospecting, disenchanting. All of these are things that you can do without really setting foot in Pandaria in any meaningful way outside of getting to your trainers. As for combination, I think there's two profession combinations that make a lot of sense. Transmute Alchemist with jewel crafting on the same character. Then you can transmute your own gems, your rare gems, from golden lotuses and the uncommons, and then cut them, which has often been profitable early in expansion cycles. And then the other combination is enchanting and tailoring for the disenchanting shuffles. There are also some very, very good profession cooldowns. I mean, a lot of people have been doing tailoring alts ever since Burning Crusade really started ramping up the cooldown cloth. There's new cooldown cloth in Mists with the Imperial Silk, which is bind and pickup, but yeah, you can use it to craft BOE stuff. So that's obviously really good. You also have the Transmute Alchemist doing the daily transmute with Living Steel. And then you have a new one. Inscription is now a cooldown profession. Crafting the Dark Moon cards is a daily cooldown, which is absolutely silly. That's going to be make it really, really hard and really, really expensive to get your Dark Moon card trinkets. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But if you want to guarantee a trinket early on, you're going to need a lot of alts. So I think inscription alts are going to probably make a good chunk of money in the first patch. Then we have what I'm planning to do with my setup. As I said, I'm going to have this character do engineering and blacksmithing or tailoring. Then I have my Death Knight, which also has engineering. I'm going to swap that out. It has engineering and jewel crafting. I'm probably going to swap out the engineering to either to blacksmithing, tailoring, or leatherworking, depending on what I put on this character. Then I have my rogue, which is currently alchemy blacksmithing, which I may swap out blacksmithing if I decide to put blacksmithing on my warlock. But then I would want to put something else on my rogue. I'm considering doing that because my rogue is level 75 and I'm not planning to level that up to 90 anytime soon after Mists of Pandaria launch. Then I also have a mage that is an enchanter and scribe inscription. I'm going to keep that combination as is. Most likely, I do not. We'll see what I do with that character. I did quite a bit of Dark Moon card crafting in the beginning of Cataclysm. But I do think I might focus a little bit more on the PvP gear, prospecting, and stuff that is not limited by cooldowns at the beginning of Mists of Pandaria. But we'll see. I do want to cover all the professions and stay flexible early on. I'm not planning to do any heavy alt army leveling. That's mostly because I'm trying to live up to my name. I'm the lazy goldmaker. So that's just how it is. Anyway, I also don't really expect to be having a lot of Spirits of Harmony. I don't play the game that much in terms of farming. So I don't expect to have a lot of Spirits of Harmony available, which means I'll be focusing on markets and items that you can craft without having access to a lot of Spirits of Harmony, which is why I really like the PvP gear, because you pay the Spirit of Harmony cost one time and then you're done and you don't really need to see it anymore. And I also really like jewel crafting because their rings and necklaces you can craft don't require Spirits of Harmony, so they can be completely mass crafted, and that just makes it really good. So yeah, that's it for profession builds or profession setups in Mists. I think it's looking quite fun. I'm looking forward to it.